Hey guys, gals, and Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome to the 8th Town Hall, and the very first for 2017. It is January 1st, 2017. For me, at least. For some of you, it will be the 2nd. For most, it will still be the 1st, but it is good to be here in a new year, and it's fantastic to see you all. I trust that you can hear me. I trust that you can see me. And I hope that everything is working okay, because this time I didn't have to run, like, 5 kilometers to get home, so I think that everything is going to be okay. Just want to double check that the audio gate isn't cutting me off anymore like it was last time. It's the synths, they're trying to do me in every single time, but I think as far as I've tested, everything should be working a-okay this time. It's fantastic to see everyone here. I know it's difficult to make some of these times because, well, we're from all across the world, and that's what I find fantastic, is that we're a international group of people, and to come together like this, I love it. I think it's fantastic that we can make it. For those of you who haven't been able to make it, those of you that are watching this as a VOD, hey, good to see you here too. Thanks for still watching, and hopefully you can make the next one. So, how is everyone doing? I guess, well, Triton Wolf says I sound great, so I must sound great. That's fantastic. That's good. All right, things are going okay for a change. Yeah, Dovazul, the simps have fucked off for once. Things are going good. Well, I wanted to start this episode off, this town hall off, with something a little different. I want to show you kind of what we did last month in December, some of the new things that kind of came out of the channel, just in case you missed some of them. So, again, if everything goes according to plan, I should be able to pull up, boom, this here. So this is our video scene, and as we can see in the top left hand corner, we have The Walking Dead: A New Frontier. So I have gone ahead and I've played part 1 and part 2 of Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 3. Now, I know jumping into Season 3 is weird, but I felt like we could do it. I felt like we could make it work. I know a lot of you have either seen it or played it before, but I had a hell of a lot of fun going through those first 2 episodes, and I am going to be doing the other episodes as soon as they come out. Now, with Telltale, they usually come out 1 per month after the actual season itself has started, and needless to say, if you haven't seen it yet, Episode 2 really does end on a massive cliffhanger, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen there next. Now, the next screen along, we have Episode 2 of Synthesis. Now, Synthesis is our Fallout 4 roleplay that is being screened at the moment over on TGN's main channel. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, the playlist is available on my channel page. It's on the main page. Just scroll down, you'll find it there. The first 2 episodes are out, and the 3rd episode is going to be coming out this month as well, and there is going to be an epilogue that follows that, so there is going to be a semi-4th episode for that as well. So this is the story of ER-1C, or Eric as he likes to call himself, and it's something of a prologue to our main Fallout 4 roleplay, which will be hitting your screens this year 100%. Now, the next screen, we have RimWorld. I recently restarted the RimWorld campaign. We've kicked back off in the latest alpha, and the reason for that is, well, there was this huge update in which it adds the whole world. So we're not just locked onto one map now. We can explore, and we can do so much more than we could ever before. So I kind of felt like it was worthwhile. I felt like it was worth, bringing the last season to an end and making it happen. And finally, the 4th screen is our latest series that has just kicked off, which is Seeking Sovngarde, starring Siggy, or Sigrun, who is our heroine. This is a Skyrim special edition. Let's play, let's survive. It's another one in the same kind of vein as our Iron Maiden series, where we are doing everything that we can to survive. We're playing through on Legendary difficulty mode, and we are playing with Frostfall and other environmental mods that will make the environment just as deadly as everything else. So trying to survive in this is not going to be easy. But it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun to play as Sigrun as well, because her style isn't normal. We're playing as a bandit. We can't really go to cities and towns unless we're going raiding, and there will be many raids to be had in the days to come. I'm kind of imagining Siggy building up a band of her own, and perhaps in time trying to take on some of the larger settlements and cities. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to jump back onto the main screen now. Hello, here I am. Hello, here is the rest of you. Now, I'm sorry I wasn't able to catch all your comments then, so start flowing them in now, and I will do all I can to start answering some of those questions. Let's see, does Seeking Sovngarde take place in the same timeline as Leonidas' Tale? No, unfortunately it doesn't. There will be other spin-off roleplay series that take place in the same time, but for now, Siggy's is kind of separate. It's going to be in a world of its own. Yeah. Actually, we've got some fantastic fan art of Sigrun that's just been posted. If you haven't yet, head to the Facebook page. I have a big fan art folder there, and I'm actually going to bring up some of those pieces now that just while we're talking about it. So these are some of the earlier pieces that I've received, artwork, fan art from the Legion, and some of them are absolutely fantastic. Actually, you know what? All of them are fantastic. Honestly, this is one of the coolest things about doing this, is receiving creative works, inspired by stories that I'm telling on YouTube. It's amazing. It's something that I never would have expected when I first started doing this. So thank you to everyone that has contributed artwork so far. I have absolutely loved every single piece. And if you want to see all of those, like I said, head to Facebook. There is a big album there. I'm updating them. As soon as they come out, I chuck them in there as quick as I can. Okay, jumping back in. Now, Wolfman, I have seen you've been asking, and I will answer. The Division is coming back, and it's going to be coming back next week. Now, I have updated the schedule. There is a new schedule, and I'm going to do my best to go and try and find that now so I can make sure that I actually tell you the proper schedule. But if you head to the main channel page itself and head to the About section, I have updated the channel there, and you will notice some things that maybe I haven't announced yet, things that are coming very, very soon. I'm hoping next week, but I can't make any promises just yet. It depends. If the synths are on our side, if technology works as it should, then I should be able to get it done. Some of you will know that I've had a little bit of trouble recently with Adobe Premiere Pro. Well, the Adobe suite as a whole. It recently had a big overhaul. They had an update. They went to 2017. I know a lot of YouTubers are having the same kind of issues that I'm having. I've kind of managed to whittle it down to being audio effects. For some reason, the new audio plugins, they seem to have some kind of conflict or some kind of weird thing that causes it to crash constantly. So I'm having to save every 2 seconds to get it to work. So it's not absolutely ideal, but I have my schedule here now, so I will be able to give you the updated schedule. So, okay, now these are all Eastern Standard Time times, which is minus 500 UTC. Okay, so here we go. On Mondays, airing at 6 a.m, we have Cataclysm, and then in the afternoon at 3 we have Seeking Sovngarde. On Tuesday we have Rimworld at 6, and then at 3, not at 5, we have Fallout 4 Iron Maiden, which might not be returning next week, but it will be returning very, very soon. That is its slot when it does come back. On Wednesdays at 6 a.m, this is to answer the question about The Division. The Division is airing at 6 a.m. on Wednesdays, and that's going to be every week. And then at 3, yes, some of you in the some of you in the comments have already noticed this. Dishonored is on the timeline. Finally, it's on the schedule. Dishonored is going to be happening, and if everything goes according to plan, sorry, attacking the microphone, I can't help it. It just, yeah, it must enrage some part of me. If everything goes according to plan, it will be airing on Wednesdays. Wednesdays afternoons is when we'll be getting them. Honestly, I can't wait to share Dishonored with you. It's such a fantastic game. It's so ripe for roleplay, and I've wanted to do it for nearly a year, more than a year now. And I know I've teased it for that long as well, but we are finally going to get it. Zachary, what is the best way to get rid of a hangover? I saw earlier someone saying that Rimworld is a fantastic way to get rid of a hangover. I guess it depends. If it's like our last series, maybe not so much, but the current series, it's a little bit more relaxing, so, it can be a bit of both, right? It can. Okay, so continuing on Thursday at 6 a.m, we have Doom. Maybe not the best one to listen to in the morning, so maybe leave that one till later in the day, but in the afternoon at I keep on saying 5. At 3, we have Seeking Sovngarde. So there's 2 episodes of Seeking Sovngarde a week. In the same vein as Iron Maiden, we have 2 episodes of Iron Maiden as well, which is going to be on the Friday. At 6 a.m. on Friday, we have Cataclysm. On 3, we have Fallout 4 Iron Maiden. Saturday, we have RimWorld at 6. We have the return of Logan's Tale at 3. So Logan's Day, it is actually, the series is Logan's Day, but the day that Logan's episodes are going to air are going to be Saturdays. And finally, Sunday at 6 a.m. like today, you're going to be getting Skyrim, and in the afternoon at 3 you're going to be getting Miscreated. Now Miscreated is actually going live in like 10 minutes. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of another kind of editing mishap, and it's taken a little bit longer to get the episode out, but after the town hall, you're going to have an episode of Miscreated that's back. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to continue with the same character that we had in episode 8, because I didn't actually realize I hadn't done Miscreated since September, which that kind of time period went so fast, like crazy fast. Ottsman, it astounds me that Riley is still alive as well. She's had a ton of close calls, and now I'm really nervous in going back to it. Like, I'm nervous that going back to it is going to get her killed. I actually do have one extra episode from before I stopped that I'm going to release before I start playing again, so I don't know, like, there might be like a big shift. It's going to take me a while to kind of relearn it again. Yeah, so there we go. That is our new schedule. There's lots of things happening. There is going to be an additional series which I'm wanting to add in there, which is Undertale. So we'll see how that goes. That's one that I'm wanting to get in there, but it just all depends how the actual the schedule works at the moment, because yeah, it's pretty jam-packed at the moment, so I'm going to see if I can keep up with that, if I can stay honest to that schedule. Then I'm going to look at adding that in there as well, but that's something that I really do want to do, and I'm hoping maybe that might be something that I can kind of record in the weekends. We'll see. It all depends, because Mrs. Rycon is going to be taking place in those as well, so we're going to have to get something that works for both of us. Yeah, so there we go. Snakebite, I did promise you a shout out, so here is your shout out to Snakebite. He has just recently started a Minecraft roleplay server, so if you're looking for a roleplay server to play Minecraft, have a word to Snakebite51 in the comments below. I'm going to take a quick water break, because I always forget that talking 15 million miles an hour does this to me. Erica, will Leon ever have a nice day? He has some nice days. Today he had an ice day, which isn't exactly a nice day, but it's close, right? It's close. No, I think he will have some. Jonas, whatever happened to the Miscreated live stream? It was a shambles. It all kind of fell apart, unfortunately. And that's kind of why Miscreated slowed down. We just ended up having huge troubles connecting to the same server. For some reason, it could have been overflow, it could have been too many people, but yeah, there was some issues with that. But I'm hoping to be able to do another live version of that in time. But for the moment, it is going to be back to the kind of the old VOD recorded format of it, and this seems like a good server that I'm on at the moment. It's a really populated server, so that's going to make it pretty damn interesting. Nick, I did promise you a shout out as well. Nick Moore, I didn't know, because we have 2 different usernames. We have Discord going at the same time. You know what? A shout out for the Discord channel. Why not? Okay, so at the moment we are also chatting over on Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord channel yet, be sure to do so. The link for that is down in the description. And now that you're down in the description, there's something else in that description that I need to talk to you about. Now, I almost maxed out the description in terms of like the character length that they give you. But myself and Triton Wolf, my good friend, are running a competition to start the new year off. We are calling it Rycon Resolutions, and it's going to be a competition that we're calling 10 for 10. So, for the next 10 days, starting from tomorrow, we are going to be selecting 10 people, and those 10 people get to choose from the list of games that are peppered in the description below. So if you see any games in the description below that you like to enter the competition, is really easy. All you need to do is share your favorite Rycon Roleplays video, share it on Twitter, and use the hashtag Rycon 10 for 10. Now that's all just words, no numerals. So the hashtag is RYCON TENFORTEN. That's it. And essentially the hashtag is just so I can find you. So share that video on Twitter, use that hashtag, I will find you, and 10 of you per day for those 10 days, starting from tomorrow, will get to choose a game from that list. And that list has been brought to you by Triton Wolf. So thank you very, very much. I can see that like all kinds of strange things are happening on Discord already, so go ahead, join the madness. It's not just today, it's every day that it happens. Yeah. So it sounds like, according to Zachary, that Miscreated has just gone live. So that's fantastic. It's out there now, finally. It was meant to be here at 3 today, but it's a little bit different. Yeah, Zachary using the 13 Twitter accounts. Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be randomized every day. I'm not handpicking them. I do want it to be random, so be sure to enter. And Mr. W, if you don't use Twitter, we might be able to use Facebook. I know Facebook, you can use hashtags as well. I don't know how easy it is to track hashtags on Facebook, but you know what the hell, we'll trial it tomorrow. If I can find you on Facebook with those hashtags, then maybe it'll just work. Essentially the hashtags just make it's an easy way to track and see what's going on. Yeah, so that's why Twitter's kind of the easiest for those things. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe you'll win, Zachary. Well, the thing is, we're going for 10 days, and there's 10 winners every day, so there's a good chance that you could be a winner. Sean, how did you have no idea this was on? You were in the Discord. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, my Irish friend. I'm disappointed. There we go. Yeah, so thank you very much to Triton Wolf for putting together this massive treasure chest of games. There's so many there. There's a huge amount of them. So thank you very much to him for giving this chance to kind of kick the new year off in a good fashion. So there you go, Mr. W. I'm sorry you don't use Facebook as well. Unfortunately, it's a social media competition. If there was another way we could do it for skywriting, if you have a plane and you skywrite it in the sky, if I see the hashtag in the sky with the skywriting plane, then I think you deserve a prize. So if you can do that, Mr. W, then we'll make it happen. Now, a few of you have asked about the Legionnaire of the Year, and the Legionnaire of the Year will be announced at 8:30, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Now, okay, where are we at? There was something else that I wanted to discuss with all of you, and actually, you know what, I think it's about time that we do it. First of all, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to every single one of the patrons that have joined and have been supporting the channel over the last month. I'm going to go through, we're going to read out those names, starting with RR Red 1234, Epic Apathy, Little Black Duck, Ryan Brady, apologies, I will do my best with these names, Scott Andrews, I nailed that one, Galog Helros, Brush the Swashbuckler, Lao Shi, Ellen Heaton, Mole TM, Martin Allen Ammentorp, Jack Foster, Timothy Estrick, Alyssa Vetter, Corrine Dorsey, Carl Collier, Lucas Young, Kristen Belliot, Andre Allen, Nicholas Wilkes, Gravedigger Mordecai, Lee Sterling, Scott William, Tim Berry, Colton Bradley Brown, Sean Gurney, Christopher Owen, and Jack of Cal. Oh, wow. There we go. We did it. We got there. Walker, unfortunately, there won't be a Legionnaire of the month for this one. January is going to showcase the Legionnaire of the year, so I'll let you know about that. Yeah. Okay. We got there. Now, those names are the usernames that are given on Patreon. If you would like to be known by a different name, Zachary, hello, my friend. If you would like to be known by a different name, let me know on there and I will change your name. Some of you may have noticed a new end card that's been appearing at the end of all of the videos, and Patreon kind of ties into that as well. You would have seen some names scrolling up alongside. Those are the fantastic patrons that help make me doing this more often possible. And you know what? Let's go ahead. We're gonna have a look. So I'm gonna jump over. This is the Rycon Roleplays Patreon page. We can see here we have a whole plethora of information as to my case, essentially. There are a number of different ranks that come along with Patreon, and a lot of them are rewards for Discord and actually to do with the Townhall itself as well. Now, Patreon is somewhere that I post updates, not exclusive to Patreon, but I do post a decent amount of information on there, as well as Facebook and Twitter. But this is the thing that you will have seen popping up recently, and now that's a reward tier that's available to all Patreons. Everyone and anyone can end up on that list, and their name will always be there in those videos for all time. Alright, well, I am back, and I feel like it's question time. Yeah, African Ruffle, this has been a really fast 20 minutes. It's almost time for the Legionnaire of the Year, but we'll be close. Aaron, Riley is coming back very, very soon. I was hoping to get her back next week, but it's probably going to be the week afterwards. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I might be able to get out one of the episodes, because I believe there is one episode still from before I stopped to start working on the roleplay. There is still one, so we'll see. Oh, it's Goonie, Sean Goonie. No, it's Sean Gurney, right? Surely. Have I been saying it wrong this entire time? I apologize if I had. Hey, Katie, good to see you as well. Mole, your name is there. Thank you very much. And to you as well, Zachary. Oh, right. Okay, Cookie Boy. On Leon's Tale 73, why did Leon throw the book? Was he tired of reading? I think he was. I think Leon he's had an earful of himself reading books over the last 2 episodes, and so I think he decided that he was just like, nah, stuff it. I hope you all enjoyed the blooper from... Yeah, Douglas, this is my actual voice. Yeah. I let it out sometimes. Yeah. So there was a fantastic blooper that came out of recording episode 73 of Skyrim. If you haven't seen it yet, it is on the main Facebook page, and Inigo was just doing his thing. It's what he does well. It's what he does best. So there you go. Oh, okay, right. Guiney, Sean. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Guiney, Sean Guiney. I'll do my darnest. There we go. Hauser, have I ever considered to replay Project Zomboid? Yes, I have. Now, Project Zomboid was a game that I wanted to return to after they added NPCs to it. Now, it's been almost 3 years. I'm hoping that they will, because I do want to continue Daniel Miller's tale. Now, Daniel is the brother of Nick Miller, or Nicholas Miller. So I'm hoping to be able to come back to Dan. We'll see how that goes, though. I would like to see them bring it out. But who knows? It might not. It might be one of those things that's just a little bit too difficult for them to get done. So, yeah, there we go. There were a lot of hawkers in the latest episode of Skyrim. Like a crazy amount. But yeah, there we go. Are there any characters in Skyrim we exclude all of the natural characters with reason to hate? Leon has a passive dislike towards. I'm not sure if I fully understand the question. You might need to rephrase that for me. Sometimes I can be a little bit slow. Galog, when you have bloopers like that, do you have to start over at the beginning? No, generally, luckily, I saved right before Inigo did his thing, so that was lucky. And the problem is, like, obviously with Skyrim, when you're going inside and outside of places, the game automatically saves, which is handy. But when you're recording outside, if I'm not quick saving, that means I'd have to, like, redo an entire section to get back to it. So, yeah, it can be quite infuriating whenever that happens, but it doesn't happen too often, and that's why I've gotten good at quick saving when I can, just so I don't lose time when I'm recording. Yeah, so there we go. What else do we have here? Stormist. Rycon, have you ever wondered about doing a roleplay of Enderall? Enderall does look amazing. I feel like I want to watch a few more playthroughs of it just to kind of get an idea. Not entirely, because I still like it to be a surprise, because, I mean, the main character has amnesia, right? I know it's a pretty straightforward starting point, but I love the idea of starting with characters that have amnesia, because they are completely blank. You flesh them out as much as you want, but that's the thing. Like, I want to know how much leeway they give you to do that, or do they kind of force a story on later on? That's what I'm wanting to see. A question from KD: what's up with Leon Serrana? Well, we'll see. I mean, who knows? There's something there. Is there something there? There might be something there. We'll see. We'll see how things develop as time goes on. But we'll see. Yeah, no, nothing beats the Sean ship. Also because it rhymes, so there you go. Yeah. I do know who that is. I do know who that is, Ruffle. Apple to Discord, Minecraft. Yeah, I reckon we'll have to do it eventually. Annie, have I ever played Far Cry Primal? I haven't, but when I saw the trailer for it, it was something that I was like, oh my god, I'd love to do a roleplay of that. And I don't know why I didn't, but yeah. Maybe one day I will, but it looked like a really fun game. Also because like I have a really big interest in that time period, in the kind of prehistoric period, because there isn't a lot of media, there isn't a lot of fiction, a lot of games around that. I mean, there's barely any games. I mean, other than Primal, there's probably like a handful. You know, Unreal World being one of them, which is an amazing game, but I'm terrible at it. Yeah, it's the kind of thing where like it makes Cataclysm look really, really easy. So, yeah, there you go. The Cookie Boy, I love doing comics for you because I tell my mum it's for someone very famous. Hey, it's a good reason. It's a great reason. Fantastic reason. Would I ever do a roleplay of Metro 2033? Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely on the list. There's been a few people that have asked about that in the past, so yeah. I think we'll get there one day. Although the thing is, like with Metro, I would love to be able to do it as a Russian. Like I'd love to be able to do a good Russian accent. Same thing with Stalker, and that's why I've always felt limited by doing those games, because I just cannot do a good Russian accent. It just sounds terrible. So yeah. Erica, how long is your 2 roleplay list? It's very long. It's much longer than I ever thought it would be. It's funny, when I first started recording these videos, and I started recording Skyrim and Fallout, I was kind of like half afraid. I was like, what happens when I end the series? I was thinking, what am I gonna roleplay? Like, what's gonna happen? But there's so much out there. There's so many games that we can still do that. Yeah, it's endless. It's endless. So yeah, there we go. KD, I kind of did a soft announcement of Dishonored. I added it to the schedule just recently, and I'm hoping that next week is going to be the very, very first episode going live. So Dishonored is finally here. Finally. Will it be a Raider roleplay? Well, I'm kind of looking forward to doing something like that. I think it's going to be another mini-series in Fallout 4. It won't be the main one, because the main roleplay itself will have, I mean, it's going to follow large aspects of the main story in the same sense that Leon's Tale does, but you know, Leon's Tale is his own thing in the same way. This will be this character, Scott. It will be his own tale as well. You know, it's not going to be just a straightforward retelling of the Fallout 4 story that we all already know. It's gonna be different. So there we go. Thank you very much for joining, FanMade. Thank you, I appreciate that. You'll see your list. You'll see your list. You'll see your name among the many there already in the in some new videos. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you. Douglas, when did you start YouTube? I started YouTube about 3 years ago now. I feel like it was 2013. I'm pretty sure it was 2013. So that makes it almost 4 now. We're going to be turning 4 years old this year. August 21st, August 22nd. Now, I'm pretty sure it's August 21st in New Zealand, so it'd be, yeah, it's August 21st here. So, sorry, I was just reading Triton Wolf there. Yeah, so it's been 3 years. It's been 3, and I know a few times I've kind of told the intro story, my origin story as to how I started, but it did start with me falling down the stairs. It started with me injuring myself, which is funny because so many other YouTubers, that is their same story. They got injured and they started making YouTube while they were injured, and then they just kept on doing it ever since. And that's what I've been doing. Alan, welcome to your first town hall. I'm glad you can make it. You know what's crazy is that this is the 8th town hall. That happened really fast. I feel like it was only yesterday that I kind of thought up the idea of doing the town hall. So there we go. Yeah. Rycon, can you roleplay the RPG Tyrant? I don't know if I've seen Tyrant before. I'm gonna have to have a look at that now, actually. Let's go have a look at Tyrant. I'm just getting definitions for Tyrants. I need to put a little bit more information than just Tyrant. Let's have a look. I'll see if I can recognize it. Interesting. I don't know if that's the... I don't believe I found the right game. I found a very different game. I don't think that's the game you're talking about. Nick Moore. Rycon, what do you like more? DC or Marvel? It's hard to choose. I guess there's two different things now, right? I mean, are we talking about just comics? Are we talking about the films? Because I feel like there's two different... It might be Tyranny, Triton. It might be Tyranny, yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's two very different things. You've got the DC comics, you've got the Marvel comics, but then you've got the Marvel movies and you've got the DC movies. And they're both like really, really different things. It's so hard to choose what I like more out of the two. I think in terms of like the cinematic universe, I'd like Marvel better because like I love that Disney was able to get so many of the rights so early on to Marvel things because it's allowed them to create like a cinematic universe that isn't built upon constant reboots. And that's a problem with a lot of the other franchises, mostly DC. But yeah, I mean, there are even some Marvel. I mean, X-Men. We're thinking X-Men and Fantastic Four. They're a prime example of studios having the rights to things and just constantly rebooting them. And the reason they're rebooting them is so that they can hold on to the copyright because they need to actually do something with it for them to keep it. So that's why you keep on getting the same crap again and again and again. So that's what I'm very much in favor of a studio having all of them so that they can create an amazing story with those characters that we already know from the comics. So yeah, that doesn't really answer the question though. Which do I like more? I feel like Marvel for the movies, for the comics, DC. Yeah, I think that's kind of how I stand on that. But yeah, we'll see. Annie, how did you like A New Frontier? I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. The only thing that I didn't like about it was how, and now I know a lot of people have said the same thing, and that's, you know, all the characters from season 2, just the way that they were dealt with. I felt it was cheap. Like, yeah, I just feel like after everything some of them had been through, because the thing is, like, even in my game, like, Kenny wasn't alive in my game, but you know the way that he, okay, spoiler alert, the way that just turn off for 2 minutes. The way that he goes at the start of season 3, I just felt it was so cheap. And like some people might say, oh well, you didn't really see, so you don't know if he's. But yeah, I mean he was gone there. So yeah, you're right. It is Legionnaire of the Year time. How did I miss it? We're 2 years over. 2 years? 2 years? No, we're 2 minutes over. If we're 2 years over, I'd be a little bit worried as to how time travel is going. Wolfman, yes, I will answer your question. An XCOM 2 roleplay. I don't know how if I could. Yeah, I don't know how I could roleplay it. I guess you know roleplay the commander in a sense, but I don't know if I could do it like in my traditional kind of roleplay ways, the way that I kind of narrate things. Maybe it could be done just as a narration. But I love XCOM 2. It's a fantastic game. I actually play it a decent amount with Triton Wolf. We've kind of been playing through it together, but we've never had much success. We always end up starting again. So yeah. Yeah, so there you go. All right, well, I'm going to lower the banner. The banner? God, it's all going downhill, guys and gals. I'm going to be lowering the banner. Thank you very much to Shirley. She's been a fantastic Legionnaire of the month, and it is finally time for us to announce the Legionnaire of the Year for 2016. So, with me now, if you will, drum roll. It's one of the best drum rolls I've done yet. The Legionnaire of the Year for 2016 is you. Now, I don't want you to think that is a cop-out, but I 100% mean it. Every single one of you has supported the channel, has helped it grow, has helped it become the community that it is today, and that's invaluable. I mean, I couldn't ask for more. You have been a community that has helped me grow into the content creator that I am now, and you're helping me tell stories that I've wanted to tell for a long, long time. And the fact that you will sit there and you'll watch them, you'll comment on them, you'll like them, it means so much to me, and I couldn't ask for anything more than that. So I know to some that is going to be a cop-out, but congratulations. Congratulations. I appreciate it so much. You are the Legionnaire of the Year. So, there we go. There we go. Now, I'm going to wait to see... Yeah, see, there we go. Everyone in the comments is getting it now. I apologize for the comment lag. It's great to see everyone celebrating. Fantastic. Yeah, see, there we go. You know what? I think this calls for something special. Let's go. Let's see where we got it. Here we are. All right. There we go. Well, there we go. That is our Legionnaire of the Year. So thank you, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I seriously do appreciate everything that everyone has done throughout the year, because it's been a hell of a lot, and I feel like we've had a really, really good year as well. I haven't been able to make as much as I've wanted to, but I feel like we're going into this year really, really strong, and yeah. So I feel like we're off to a great start. I've got a great team backing me with all of you. I feel like we can do anything. And we have some amazing stories to tell this year. I can't wait to share the Fallout 4 roleplay with you. I can't wait for episode 3 to go up of Synthesis. It's going to be epic. We've got Zealand coming as well, which I know there hasn't been a lot of information about Zealand, but I can't wait to see you playing it. And I can't wait to play it with some of you as well. I think it's going to be really, really cool. I think we're all gonna do it. What is going on now? I feel like there's a rivalry kicking up between Sean and Ship again. I feel like the ship might be sailing. Jelly, long dark roleplay. I've been asked that by a few people actually, and my general consensus on pre-alpha games is that I like to try, well, not pre-alpha, because it's kind of out of pre-alpha. I'd say it's in beta now, right? I like to wait for the full release. So for games like The Long Dark and The Forest, I really, really do want to do role plays on them, but I want to be able to do it with the full game. I want to be able to tell a story in a world which is like, the fully fleshed out world that the creators made. So that's why, like for Miscreated, for example, I'm not doing a full role play in that. Also because I'm kind of, learning the ropes in that as well. So there we go. Otsman, have I ever considered Factorio? It could be a great Let's Relax series. It could be. I would like to think I'd be able to get kind of good enough at it. Arimba, I have been watching for years play Factorio, and it is incredibly relaxing. It's one of those things that I just absolutely love watching. So if you want to see really good Factorio Let's Plays, head to Arimba, because there you go. Well, where are we at? How is it going? It's all going down. The Sean ship is out of here. Stardew Valley roleplay. I think it's possible. I'm of the belief that you can roleplay any game. Any game is possible. So Stardew Valley, hell, I feel like Stardew Valley could be like a good live stream roleplay. It could be something that we kind of, get in together and enjoy, and have it not be 100% serious. Yeah. But I feel like Stardew Valley is a seriously dangerous game, because it's one of those games where it can be just a massive time suck, because it's quite addictive. You start it and you're just going for hours and hours and hours, and you just don't even realize it. So there we go. Yeah. Earlin, yeah, the Let's Relax series tend to not be so relaxing. Yeah. I guess the reason I originally called the RimWorld series Let's Relax was because it was the first series that I did that wasn't a roleplay. So the idea behind it was that it was meant to be like, let's relax, this isn't a roleplay, this is us just chilling back and playing a game. So yeah, that's where that came from, and it's kind of sticked around. But yeah, you're right, it hasn't been super relaxing. The last RimWorld series was super tense and stressful every episode. So far, it hasn't been. So yeah, there we go. Don't let your role plays be dreams. Yeah, Pong roleplay, hey, it could be. It could be Starbound, yep, 100%. Dwarf Fortress, yeah, I don't know. I think there's a limit. Maybe there is. Maybe the sky is the limit. Yeah. No Man's Sky? Well, yeah, unfortunately. the other half, so I looked it up, Rycon, and even though I thought it'd be terribly difficult, it would be extremely possible to eat my hat and be completely fine afterwards. So the other half has kind of made a bet with me that I wouldn't be able to survive past what was it now? Was it episode 2? Was it episode 10 of the Seeking Sovngarde series? I can't remember what it was now, but the kind of bet is that if I win, if I can get Siggy to survive that long, then the other half has to eat his hat, upload it to YouTube, and eat his hat. So, yeah, there we go. I don't want to bring about any kind of harm though, so maybe eat a very small hat. But who knows? I might not be able to make it. Siggy might not make it. But I've really enjoyed that series so far. I've really, really enjoyed it. If it's not too personal, is there a meaning behind your tattoo? So yeah, there is. So the tattoos that I have on my arm, actually, I think in the second town hall, it's either in the second or the third town hall, I talk about that at a decent length. And those town halls weren't live streams, so they're actually quite fast. They're quite quick, so you might be able to find it in that, Katie. So if anyone's interested in the meaning behind my tattoos here, then yeah, it's all there. Oh dear, drama in the comments. So after episode 10, so episode 11, yeah, so if Siggy survives to episode 11, then the other half will eat his hat. Yeah. I feel like I've kind of been cheated into this, though, because it might be Pewds. When he said he was going to delete his channel, he just deleted the other channel. I feel like you might have some kind of, like, chocolate sponge hat made, especially for this event, and then you'll just eat your chocolate sponge hat. We'll see. Yeah. Roleplays intro, what is your favorite series? I don't know, it fluctuates all the time, and that's why the new schedule that I've got at the moment, because what I used to do was, because I was working so often, I would have to record in bulk, so I'd have to record a whole heap, like I'd record like 5 or 6, like Rimworld or Cataclysm or, you know, other things in one go, just like as much as I possibly could, and I would kind of get a little bit burnt out from that, and it also sucked because it meant I couldn't take as much advice from you all. But the format that I'm doing it now is essentially the episodes are going up the day after they're recorded. So I'm recording them the day before in the morning. I'm editing them in the afternoon/evening, and then they're going straight out. And the same thing goes for the roleplays as well, because I want to be able to keep it as fresh and interactive as possible. Like, I want to have a lot more interaction in every series where people feel like they can have an impact on the story, and even in the games that aren't story based as well. But I mean, I guess we are telling a story even in things like Rimworld and Cataclysm. So yeah, there we go. But what's good with that is that, you know, I can take that input so, you know, much more often, because unfortunately before, like, if someone would give me a tip about Cataclysm, and then, you know, it would be like 5 years down. 5 years? Why am I talking about years? It's just New Year. It's gone into my head. Like 5 episodes down the track, I would be able to do something about it, but sometimes that's too long. Julius Caesar, the tabletop game is coming along well. As soon as I do have more information, Wolfman, oh dear. As soon as I do have more information about that, I will be posting it here on the channel. But yeah, we've got some good stuff there. Erica, what demon do I have to sacrifice to make my Skyrim look as nice as yours? Yeah, it's taken a while to get it to that point, actually. Just getting the right kind of combination of mods, the right EMB, because Skyrim can be really tricky to get just right, because sometimes you'll just end up with really, really dark places and super bright, like brights. So getting it to just right can be difficult. Yeah. Gallig, have any of the new neighbors complained about noise making yet? Well, I haven't recorded Doom yet, so I'm recording Doom next week, before I think it's, what is it, Wednesday that it's coming out on? I still haven't learned the schedule too much yet. No, it's Thursday morning it comes out on, so I'd be recording that on a Wednesday morning / afternoon. So yeah. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see what they think of that, because Doom is definitely the loudest one. It's definitely the loudest of the bunch. Zachary, why don't we have a Lottie banner or a cheesy stock photo of people hugging? Okay, we'll do it. We'll make that the banner for the month. We're going to have a whole heap of people, because, yeah, you're the Legionnaire. You are. You know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. You did it. You made it possible. Yeah. Yeah, if I record Doom, I might get kicked out. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I've managed to... It's a little bit more insulated in here than it was before. When I first started recording Cataclysm, the first few episodes that I did, it was still quite echoey, but we've actually got some curtains up now, which is really nice. We had blinds before, and blinds are, yeah, what can I say? Not so fun. I will try and do like a bit of a tour of the recording area and actually our apartment as well, but that's going to be going up on Scarlet Takes. Scarlet Takes is mine and Mrs. Rod. Let me try that again. Mine and Mrs. Rycon's YouTube channel, which is our vlogging channel. So all our vlogs that we've made so far in Canada and future ones that we actually have as well. There are a few that I still need to get through and edit, are on Scarlet Takes. So if you're up for the vlogs, if you're up for the apartment tour, they'll be going up there. And if you want a link to that, there should be a link in the description. I say that now, but is there? Because these episodes are kind of old. Oh no, it's not there. It's not there. Well, I'm gonna have to trust that one of you amazing people out there will be able to chuck that in there. You know what? I think I might be able to do it. It's within my kind of capabilities. I should be able to do this. Let's see if we can do it live. This is when everything goes wrong. Let's see. We're getting there. We're getting there. 10 more seconds to make it happen. Okay, and that didn't work. Okay. Damn it. Sometimes YouTube has issues with posting links. Sometimes they're not so fond of it, so we'll see if we can get it to go this time. We're going to do one more try. See if we can make it happen. The dream is alive. No, there's a character limit to the description. My gosh, I cannot post it in the description. So instead, I'm going to post it right there. And look at that, Triton Wolf beat me to it. Well done, well done. And you know what's funny? Is that YouTube actually wouldn't let me post that then. I tried to post it in the description, but it wouldn't let me do it. So there we go. Yeah, Levi, I need to abuse my Canadian neighbors of their niceness. That'd be good. Well, we've actually got neighbors, and they are actually really freaking noisy. That have just moved in recently, just across the way. So yeah, that's fun. That's been great fun. It's also pinned to the Discord. Why, thank you very much, Triton. Saving the day, saving the day. Ruffle, do I ever think that YouTube will be my full-time job? I would like it to be, and you know what, for the next wee while it actually is going to be my full-time job. This is what I'm going to be doing for the first part of January. I just recently finished a long kind of haul on this Canadian web series, which I would love to be able to talk to you about, but I'm still under an NDA, so I can't. But as soon as that NDA is lifted, I'm going to share it with you all because I think you'll like it. No, I can't say anything. I can't say anything. I can't say anything about it. So I had a hell of a lot of fun working on it. I made a lot of friends on it as well, and I learned a lot as well. I learned a whole heap that I didn't know before, especially terminologies as well. Canadians have very, very different terminologies for things than we do back in New Zealand. So yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's see. What do we got going on? It's Sean and Chip. This is the comment section now. This is what we are. It's the Sean and Chip show. There we go. Mold, yes, I did say I'd be doing Undertale. Undertale is something that I want to do. At the moment, it is going to be a kind of side series. We'll see if we can get it going. If we can, it'll be fantastic. We'll see what we're doing there. But yeah, it's definitely on the cards. Definitely on the cards. How will the Lotums get Loti in the future? We'll have to see. We'll have to see, Booty. I still want to have a deathmatch. I know it's not for Legionnaire of the Year, but I still want to get all the Legionnaires of the month together and have a big death brawl of some kind. So that would be sweet. It'd be great. What's the next Rycon After Dark game? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I would love suggestions for that. Even short horror series games. If you suggest them, I might be able to try and like get them out in between some of the other series, because I really do enjoy doing role plays of those games. Because like doing Outlast was fantastic because, you know, the game was so atmospheric that it just really helped me get in character. And I think in terms of my character performances, I feel like Outlast is the best I've ever given. So I'm hoping that I will be able to do some more role plays in horror games, because yeah. Subnautica is another one of those games, fan-made, that I would love to do as a role play, but I want to wait until the full game's out, because I want to do more. I want to do more with it, and I want to have, the developer's full vision there when I start. So yeah. Oh, Jonas. Okay, sorry. I try to get to all these if I can. Will you play Prison Architect? I'm not so sure. It does look like a fun game. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those games that I've watched a few times. I've watched a few series, and I'm not so sure. Not so sure yet, but we'll see. Who knows? I have 3 characters in Skyrim. All are brothers. I wonder what Leon's reaction to one of them. He's a male Khajiit named Grayson. He is also a werewolf. Ah, okay. I think Leon's reaction might... It depends. It depends on how he meets, how he would meet Grayson. Whether he would meet him in his regular Khajiit form or otherwise. Because, Leon has a great rapport with Khajiit. He loves Khajiit. Khajiit have been so good to him so far. He can't trust Nords. He can't trust Imperials. But he can trust the Khajiit. The Khajiit have been great. Yeah. How about a roleplay of Don't Starve? Maybe. It might be possible. Yeah, who knows? Call of Duty Ghosts. I feel like there's a lot of voice acting in Call of Duty though, right? I feel like there's a fair amount. Yeah. The other half, yeah, it is a dial with chip. It's 100% a dial. Yeah. Tyranny. Is Tyranny the game that we were talking about before? Maybe it was Mystic. Okay, so I'll have a look for Tyranny instead, because I searched for I got a very different game when I searched for Tyrant. So Tyranny, let's have a look. Tyranny game. Do I recognize it? Oh, 2016. No, I don't think I've seen this actually, but it does look kind of cool. So it's like isometric, so it's kind of like, it's from Obsidian. Damn, how did I not know about this? Tyranny, cool. So it's like isometric, it's like Diablo. It looks kind of cool. I'll have to look into that, because Obsidian makes some pretty sweet games, so New Vegas included. I'd love to see more about it actually. Ryan, have I ever played the Witcher series? I haven't. I've played The Witcher 1, I've played The Witcher 2 a little bit, but I never actually got the chance to play with The Witcher 3. And I don't know if I will, because I feel like it takes a lot of time to get through it, and to get into it as well, so I'm not so sure. Alright, I'm just going to chuck it out there. We have 8 minutes remaining, so if we get into a little bit of a lightning round, I'll be able to get through as many of your questions as possible before we're all done. And you know what, while we're answering these questions here, I'm just gonna go ahead and chuck up our artwork once again, because I know we didn't get through all of them before, so I'm just gonna have it cycle through. I'm gonna answer some questions and we'll see how we do. Booty, fair, as in like the original fair. I would love to do that could be a great Rycon After Dark. Maybe us covering Fair, because Fair was a great game. I don't know how it will be now playing it actually, because it's been such a long time. But yeah. Oh, a question for Logan. If you happen to find a clean, fully functional vault with no inhabitants, would you take over? I think he would, Dover. I think he would. Depends how long he would take over for, though. That's the thing. Is I feel like Logan's view of people is changing a lot. Yeah, so yeah, there we go. Walker, I see you in the Discord there. So a lot of Walker Kim, Walker Nickma. There's a lot of Walker pieces in this fan art compilation that we've got rolling on now. Justice, who created your logo? I did. I created it a while ago, actually. I've had a few variations of the Rycon Roleplays logo. The first one is kind of laughable now when I go back to it. My original YouTube art is just... I've saved all of it because, for nostalgia's sake, so I can kind of go back on it after a while, so... Yeah, it's interesting. But I really do like the new logo, and I feel like it's going to be the logo to stay. I feel like it works really, really well. Macho Dan, Far Cry Primal would be a great RP. Yeah, I think it would. It's something that I would, like to have a go at. I feel like because there's an amazing game theory video on the channel Game Theory that Matt Pat put together, which kind of links together a whole heap of the Ubisoft games, and I feel like it would be great to do a roleplay kind of linking through all of them along that timeline. I feel like that would be pretty cool, starting with Primal. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, I would like to do it, so I feel like that's one of the strong contenders on the list. So yeah, there we go. Damocles, question for Leon. How has the loss of your eye affected your fighting style? I feel like it has affected his fighting style a decent amount. But if you remember, at the start of Season 3, Episode 51, we have a training montage of sorts with Leon in the woods practicing with his Wolf Dio blade. And I mean, that's exactly what he was doing there. He was having to relearn essentially how to fight with that restricted sight. Catch you later, Booty. It's been fantastic having you here. We've got about 5 minutes left, everyone, so get those questions rolling on through. And you know what? I think we've been through all the art now, so we're going to jump back to the main page. Hello, everybody. I have returned. You are all hanging out on the side here. We can see you. Look at that. Actually, you can't see my mouse. You can only kind of see my invisible hand moving. Hitman roleplay. I feel like there's probably a decent amount of voiceover in that as well. Yeah, Damocles, the training montage. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, he was there for a while. There was a 3-month time skip when he was there. So he was there for a decent while doing his thing. A question for Leonidas. How much farther would you go to protect your current companions to avoid the fate your last ones did? I think he would forsake his morals. I think he would do a lot to keep them safe. The thing is, like, he swore to himself that he would never again allow people kind of close to him. He wouldn't allow people to be in a position where he would be putting them in harm. But it happens, There's only so much he could do to stop that from happening. His hand was kind of forced by the Dawn Guard and forced by Isran. He was kind of forced to take those people into his party, and he, they've now become another family to him. So yeah, there we go. I know, Gallag, I just saw that before. It says that I'm streaming Civ 5, and I have no idea why. So apparently YouTube has decided that the Townhall is in fact Civ 5. So I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Rycon Plays Civ 5. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure either. A question from KD for Elliot. From Damocles. Okay, that was an interesting one. How do you celebrate the holidays? I feel like Elliot celebrates the holidays in style. But as to how he celebrates them now, we'll have to see. Like, I think once it hits winter, maybe we will see him break out some holiday traditions of sorts. His might be a little bit different than ours, though, so we'll have to see. Ruffle, I will do a look back at Leon's Tale. So once we hit episode 100, I will do a look back that takes us through everything that's happened so far in Leon's Tale. So I did a similar thing for too many L's, for Logan's Tale. So for Logan's Day, which is the first series, it's so confusing. I know I made it really confusing. That reached over 100, so I did a retrospective on that. So I went back through his tale so far and what's brought him to that point. Yeah. Do I have any plans for the Division roleplay? Yes, so the Division is coming back, Mystic. It's going to be coming back, and it's going to be airing on Wednesdays, I hope. My schedule's disappeared again. Wednesdays, yes, Wednesday morning before Dishonored. So Wednesdays, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see. We should be good for that one. We should be good. Yeah. Jonas, the worst thing about your Skyrim roleplay is when you are only at Season 2. Sorry, I hope I haven't given away too many spoilers. I hope I haven't. I hope I haven't. Yeah, but that's the thing is like I know there's so many people that are still working their way through Leon's Tale because it's a long one. It's a long one, and the same thing with Logan as well. Like Logan's Tale it's long, but that's the thing is like this is the other appreciation that I have for everyone, and this is also another reason why you are the Legionnaire of the Year, is because you've supported a series or many of these series that have been running for longer than a year. So Logan's Tale now has been running for 3 years. It's the very first series that I started on the channel, and it's still going. It's coming back next week. So that's the thing, like, you know, I appreciate and I'm so thankful that you've followed a story for that long, and that you're allowing me to tell a story over this duration of time as well. But I also want to give my guarantee that I won't abandon any of these stories. All of these stories will be told the whole way through. I would feel terrible if we left a story, you know, untold. And that's why things like Vampire the Masquerade, I really want to go back to that, because we had to stop that because of technical issues. I want to be able to bring that back as well, because James Leno is a character that I've just left in the air. So I am going to come back to that as well. But all of these tales, Leon's, Logan's, Elliot's, everyone's, they are going to be told. They're going to be the whole shebang. I will never leave something hanging. So there we go. Yes, unfortunately, Dovazul, the time is up. The clock has struck 9, and this has been the 8th Town Hall, and it's been fantastic to have you all here. Now, I don't want there to be a mad rush, but myself and Triton Wolf are going to be playing some Overwatch after this, and we need an extra 3 people. So, if you play Overwatch, if you'd be interested in hanging out for a little bit afterwards, having a game with us, head on over to the Discord channel. Have a chat to me and Triton Wolf, and yeah, we'll see. But thank you all for joining me for this, the very first Town Hall of the year, and I hope you enjoy being the Legionnaire of the Year of 2016. It's been a fantastic year, really, really has. We've accomplished a lot, we've told a lot, and there's even more to be told this year, and I hope you'll join me for all of it. Okay, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.